Welcome to the Rollin' with the Boys Radio Roadshow, hosted by three-time Super Bowl champ Nate Newton. No one gets you closer to the Cowboys.
Let's get it up. All right. Let's get it up.
No one gets you closer to the Cowboys.
Hey, I would like to welcome everybody here, man, to this is our 10th, 11th game. And thanks to the Cowboys fan connection. We're glad y'all here, man. Want to thank Miss Ronnie Soka, and most of all, we want to thank these fans that's going to come up and talk to us, man. I've already kind of told them what I thought about the Eagles and how we have to make sure, number one, defensively we get these guys off the field. We cannot go a second game like we did our past game against the Giants. 35 minutes of possession for the Giants, 70-plus plays. We cannot be in that position. That's my number one key to the Dallas Cowboys, making sure they're successful tomorrow. We know we got DeMarco Murray. He can run. We know we got Dez. Tony Romo as healthy as he can be at this point. So it's going to be a good game. It's going to be for the division lead. It's going to be see who's 9-3 versus who's going to be 8-4. So the Eagles, get ready. Chip Kelly. A lot of people thinking that Sanchez is the man, but us Cowboy fans, and mainly me, know that Sanchez is not the issue here. We know that running game is the issue, along with your special teams. So without further ado, I want to call up my first fan, man. Come on up. Let's give a round of applause. Yes, sir. Thank you. How you doing, sir? Your name?
My name's Chris.
Chris, where you from, sir?
I'm from D.C. area.
You from the D.C. area? Yeah. Wow, RG3, huh?
I got to deal with them, the Eagles, the Giants, all that all the time.
Okay, all right. So, sir, what's your question?
I am not worried about our offensive game. As much as our defense is strong, the Eagles play a fast-paced, no-huddle offense. Can our defense stand up with our substitution rate defense?
The way we substitute the offensive line, the defensive line, you're right. Last week, the Giants didn't give us a lot of time. They backed off of that in the second half. The Eagles are not going to back off. They see the same film that me and you looking at, so they're not going to back off. So, you may not see our heavier guys playing a lot. You may see our light guys like Pat Hayden on the inside, Henry Milton, Tyrone Crawford. Them guys may have to rotate a lot and may even have to play a little bit of defense in to spell Mincy, George Selvey, and DeMarcus Lawrence. But we got 6-7 guys that can give us maybe a combined 70 plays, at a high rate. But we got to be able to take advantage of the third down situations, get them off the field. Yes, sir. Great question. And another one?
Nah, that's all.
Okay. You strong, though.
All right.
Cool, man. You be good, brother. You got on the Ricky Williams. We don't hit like Ricky Williams. Roy Williams. You got on the Roy Williams jersey. We don't hit like that no more. We hit like that now. You getting fined, brother. Oh, look here, bro. I got somebody got on a too tight sweatshirt. Come on up here. Yeah. Sit right here, my friend. How you doing, man? Have a seat. Boy, you see this on boy, look at that. Got a little cut to him. All right. I ain't going to fill on you. I don't want you to think things. What's your name, sir?
Ryan.
Ryan, where you from?
New Jersey, right outside Philadelphia area.
Wow, man. So you come down, man. So you an Eagle disguised as a Cowboy?
Correct. I've been a Cowboy fan all my life.
He didn't catch that, did he? I said he's an Eagle disguised as a Cowboy fan. He said correct. Okay, don't worry. I got him nervous. Don't worry about it. I understand.
Say what? I said I can't stand the Eagles.
All right. Tell you what. What's your question, sir?
Now, since you were part of the Great Wall of Dallas, how would you compare our offensive line today compared to the offensive line that you played on yourself?
It's no comparison because of the mere fact, we've already achieved. These guys are young and upcoming. And just like I tell people with DeMarco Murray, you don't know if he's a freak until you give him the ball. And over time, you can tell if he's going to be one of the greats. He's having a great year. And that's the same with this offensive line. They're having a great year. Zach Martin up for the Rookie of the Year, leading at Pro Bowl vote. Same with Frederick. Same with Tyron Smith. But these guys have done something we haven't done. Open up, 7 games, 100-yard rushes. You can see the potential there, but will injuries get them? Will Will other teams make sure that they don't be successful? I hope not, because I'm a Cowboy fan too. So, and I'm wearing mine too. So, this is a good offensive line, man. But to compare them to us, that's unfair.
Yeah, no, you're right. And one more question. Do you still go for the famous Nate Newton sandwich to your favorite deli?
Yeah, as you see, I'm a little cut up too here now. So, I've lost a lot of weight due to a man named Dr. Kim, the surgery loss. But I still every now and then, man, I go to the Capel Deli, and it's right down the road over there. And I go over there, man, and I struggle with it, man. I struggle with it. I only wind up eating about a quarter of it, because it's filling, bro.
It's huge. It's a big sandwich.
Man, I'm tell you what, man. I can taste it as we talking, but I know it ain't no good for me, man. So I leave it alone. I just eat by, I give my wife half. I give my son. Well, I give my wife a third, me a third, and my son a third. But my son, he can eat a whole one, Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir, man. Well, to tell you what, boy, clean cut, nice haircut, shaved up. Man, yeah, he got it going on, ain't he? Yeah, come on up here, big dog. All right, good to see you, man. All right, sir, all right. Your name, sir?
Chris Senior.
Chris Senior. A lot of people want, that's your last name, or are you just a senior?
Well, Chris came up first on your interview. Well, that was my son. Right. So I had to distinguish between the two.
But y'all don't have a last name. Is it like y'all?
Okay, I can give you the last name is Manning.
Okay, Chris Manning Jr. came up, and now Chris Manning Sr.
There you go.
Okay, where you from, Senior?
Okay, we're both from the D.C. area.
Okay, well, I wouldn't know, because he Chris Jr., he could be from Virginia. But anyway, now, what's your question, sir?
All right, my question is, okay, with our secondary, and I've always been concerned about the secondary for a couple of years now, several years. How do you think they will match up with Philly's pass game?
That is last week we let one guy for a whole half dominate. I think they don't have the athletes in Macklin and the other guys, Riley Cooper, and those guys, but they're dangerous. Our guys going to have to play and challenge themselves to win some of those one-on-one matches. This is where our defensive line has to get after Sanchez, has to make him throw some errant passes, have to get him off the mark. So, and I think they know that, and I think that they're going to run the ball as much as the Cowboys will tomorrow, because they only had 2.5 days rest. I know they played in Philly, and everybody think they got the extra day, but they traveling today. They just getting here. So, we hoping that they'll be a little bit out of kilter.
All right, next question is, how do you feel with our pass game and their secondary? How do you feel the Cowboys will come out on that?
They have decent corners and decent safeties. They got a better pass rush. They are first or second with 37 sacks. And the Connor Barring guy, he'll probably try to play a lot over Doug Free, or they'll try to match him up so he'll be on running backs, for us when he rush. So it's going to be pretty tight. It's going to be pretty tight. Tony ain't going to be able to sit there and hold that ball, because they will blitz. They will make some things happen. So if we can get in early and start getting the ball out of our hands early, and as the game go on, start taking them deep. But it's going to come down to who has got the mental toughness and who's got the best shape going on in that body. So I'm trying to tell guys, a day like this, they shouldn't drink no iced tea. It should be all Gatorade and water. A little bit of pickle juice on the sides,
I appreciate it, Nate. Always a pleasure, my friend.
All right, man. Is you originally from the South?
Yes. North Carolina.
Yeah, I know you're from the South, man. I can tell how the jersey you got on there, dog. Yeah. You cornbread fed. All right. Cool. Yes, sir. Y'all check that jersey out, man, and respect that. Yeah. Yeah, y'all respect that. Man, like a beauty. Mike. Come on, Mike. Oh, wow. Wow, man. Is he really? Is he really? Wow. How you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing good, baby, and you?
All right. Your name?
Mary Alimo.
hold on. Let me get a little closer, because I may have missed, you didn't hear the proper pronunciation. What's your name?
Mary Alimo,
Okay, all that. Where you from, Miss Mary?
New Orleans, Louisiana.
I figured that. I figured that. Yeah, I figured some crawfish in there somewhere. You know, some egg souffle.
No, they suck. But
Okay, all right. What's your question, ma'am?
I want to know your gut feeling. You think we're going to go all the way? And is Omi Romy going to make it for me?
Okay, go all the way for us. How far, ma'am? How far are you talking about?
Boom, to the moon.
To the moon, yeah. We'll soar. I don't know if we'll get to the Super Bowl. I mean, I think we got a good as chance as Green Bay. You know, my gut feeling, I think we match up with every team in the league due to the fact that we are a run-first team. And we have a quarterback that's been through enough to understand that all he has to do right now is get the ball in the right and proper person's hands. So the question mark will remain is, can DeMarcus Lawrence, the guy that was sitting over here tonight, can he find himself late in the season? He's still young. This is, second or third game back. So once he get that first sack and taste it and get the feeling good about it, you know, then we got Selvey going. We got Mincy going. Mincy had a good game last week. So if we can get Lawrence going, you know, and who knows? And it's just all depends on, can our defense hold up?
They going to hold him. We got to protect Romy.
All right, baby. I hear you now. Good to meet you. Yes, ma'am. All right. Somebody wife excited, boy. You know, so if y'all can leave me up here to talk, but y'all can come on up here too and be a part of this, because when it's over now, when we shut the show down and I'm walking out the door, I may take a few pictures, but I'm not going to answer a whole lot of Cowboy questions, because that's what I'm doing now. I want to talk to y'all. You know, this is the Cowboys fan connection, man. Yeah, come on up, man. Don't be shy, man. I like old skinny dude with big feet, man. That used to be me. Long time ago, bro. About 40 years ago, man. What's your name, sir?
My name's Aaron,
Where you from, Mr. Aaron?
Northern Illinois.
Northern Illinois. You know, our most faithful fans come from 200-300 miles outside of Dallas, man. How long you been a Cowboy fan?
Since I was a little kid,
Okay, and now you's a big kid, so how old are you?
25.
Since I was a little kid. Oh, come on, man. You ain't too far from kidhood. But anyway, your question?
I guess my question is, first of all, I want to say thank you for everything you do every year. But really, I want to know, what can we do to get Witten more involved? I like him, and I want to see him more involved this week.
Well, you know, he's had more passes on Thanksgiving than any receiver, tight end or receiver. And Thanksgiving history, this will be his 12th coming up. So, and we have always had success with Witten against the Eagles. The thing about it is, with that running game, you know, he's our best blocker, so they let him, you know, do that. Last week they tried to use him a little more. And I think as the season go on and things get to loosening up more and they get to focusing more on the run game, you'll see a lot more Witten. You know, Escobar is trying to come on, but until he come on, we still have Witten, and he can make some plays for us. So don't worry. His day will come. He's still one of the best tight ends in the game.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother, man. That's a big old watch you got on, too, man. Yeah. All right, man. Old String Bang came up here and asked a question. See, I was waiting for me to say, I know the proper word is string bean, but I'm from the South, so I say string. All right, sit on down, man. Yo, your name, sir?
Rick, I'm from Maryland.
Rick, you have a last name?
Beard.
Rick Beard. Okay, I should have guessed that, shouldn't I? Yeah, all right. And you from Maryland?
Yes, sir.
Well, your football team started out good and faded. Y'all got an upset. I'm talking about Maryland College. Then the college, the basketball, y'all upset somebody the other night. I don't know who that was.
I didn't know that.
Don't even worry about it. Y'all upset somebody, but it's all right, man. Maryland's still a good place. Okay. All right, your question?
Yes, sir. I was just curious as to what we can do to protect Tony with the blitz coming in all the time, because I know Washington killed us with the blitz. The teams that seem to have the best luck against us do the blitz. What can we do to stop that?
What we got to do is have timely runs, and what we did late in the third quarter the other night against the Giants, when they blitz, we got to hit them. We got to hit them and see. even against the Redskins, they kept thinking that once we hit them with a big play, which we never did, Dez and Terrence Williams did not have one of their better games. And it even carried over into the next game. So, you know, we have to take advantage of when they blitz. We got to take them deep, or we got to get a quick slant. Somebody got to hurt them. So it's going to come down to execution.
Thank you, sir. I just wanted to say I remember back when Roger was playing, I started watching, so I've been a Cowboy fan a long time.
All right, so Rick Beard has been a Cowboy fan ever since Roger Staubach was playing. Yeah, me too. I was with Roger too, bro. So I know your age. Wow, man, this dude back again. So is your name Chris?
My name's Chris. They call me CJ.
Okay, you CJ, but now see, your dad's so proud. I'm Chris Senior. You don't even use Chris. He's CJ. See that?
Yeah, I'm CJ. All right, our team, we have the potential to be good every year. But for some reason, whenever we play a divisional game, we play to our level of competition and instead of to our level of potential. Do you think that we'll be able to play to our level of potential tomorrow?
You know, I'm hoping so, because ain't nothing sorry about the Eagles. I mean, you look everywhere on their team. Like I said, they scoring defensively, offensively, special teams. That's on their return teams and their coverage teams. So they're doing an outstanding job. So what we have to do as players, man, is be always aware of where their stars at. And they got a bunch of them. And their stars play special teams. That's the scary thing. A lot of times you don't see the stars, man, but they do, man. So, you know, we don't have to worry about them playing down tomorrow, because they're going to have to play up just to compete.
So I think that we have a great chance of being successful in this game tomorrow. What my question is if we do play like we're supposed to play, do you think that the Eagles and their turnover ratio will be a benefit to us? Or do you think that we're going to have to be above that?
Oh, no. If they give us 2 picks like they've been doing each quarter, even Foles and Sanchez, they've been giving up 2 picks. They give us 2 picks, we can roll, bro. Because if we roll and run the ball and we don't give up nothing. See, when you get 2, you can't give up none. So if we don't give up none, the game can easily be ours.
Okay. That was my question.
Right. You asked 2, but that was your question. All right, Chris. All right, CJ. You be good. CJ said, that was my question. He just lost his train of thought. See, that camera gets him. He like, yeah, okay, yeah. Wow. You know what, man? I ain't going to say you short, but you grunted when you got up in this chair. Yeah. What's your name, sir?
Wally Garza, Idaho. I'm from Idaho.
Wally from Idaho. So Idaho known for potatoes.
The what?
Okay, I'm just saying, Idaho potato.
This is my question. I says, everybody knows Dallas Cowboys are America's team. Why are so many people from the media calling all these other teams America's team?
Because we went 18 years without really making a dent in the playoffs. So, the New England Patriots, Green Bay, they tried it even when we were playing. Every now and then you hear about San Francisco, but when the great Tex Schramm tagged us America's team, we had went to 20 straight playoff games. So we were that, and then when Jerry took it and blew it up, with the stadium and, how he was paying players at one time, it just took off to a new life, and people don't want to respect that, but you know what? They can say what they want, but it's only a few teams. When you say America's team, first people think it's the Cowboys. So don't even worry about it. Don't even sweat it.
That's right. And peace, all you haters.
Okay, Mr. Idaho. Find your phone, man. Find your phone, Mr. Idaho. So he got a big phone case in here. The phone case. Okay, the phone case about big as him. Yeah, okay, sweetie. All right, come on up with your kids now. All right, ma'am. Your name?
Cheryl,
And your baby's name?
Jamie, and Nicole.
Okay, they can kind of, they can kind of stand around here. Yeah. There you go. All right. Okay, what's your question?
Our question is, what do you think about the Cowboys giving away DeMarco or trading away DeMarco Ware?
DeMarco, who? You talking about D. Ware? Okay, we didn't give him away, and we didn't trade him away. We just going to pay him $20 million to stay. So, I mean, he's a great player. He's a great man. He's a great father, and he's a great husband. But you know what? We right now can't none of that right there get the sacks we was needing, and at $20 million a year, we just can't do it. DeMarco, you know what I'm talking about? It's a money thing, baby. Since she called you DeMarco, I'm gonna call you DeMarco. I thought you was D. Wow. But anyway, you have a question? What's your name?
Jamie.
Who?
Jamie.
What's your name?
Nicole.
So y'all came up here with your mom, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So where are y'all from?
Las Vegas.
Las who?
Las Vegas.
So y'all not gonna grow up to be gamblers, are y'all?
What? No. No.
Okay. I'm just hoping. I mean, you know, gambling is a bad thing. Now, don't let their mama tell you nothing else, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. Do you have another question, ma'am?
No,
Okay. All right. Well, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all have a good one. God bless y'all now. Brought the whole family to Dallas. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong. We took some of Vegas money away from them. Have a seat there. Wow. Wow, boy, what size shoes you wear?
13.
Wow, how tall are you?
5'8".
Yeah, you gonna get about 6 more inches, boy, to catch up with them feet, Lord. Whoa, you must be some kin to the last guy.
Sorry, what'd you say?
That guy right there?
Nope.
Wow, yeah, okay, where you from?
Los Angeles, California.
Your name?
Dylan Kane.
Dylan Kane, okay. Los Angeles, California, golden hair, braces already in place, movie star in the making. What you gonna do, westerns? Are you gonna do action? What type of movies you gonna do?
Probably do some actions.
Okay, all right, so what action you got on the Cowboys tomorrow?
Sorry.
What? What's your question for the Cowboys tomorrow? Yeah, I forgot. I should leave the action on the Las Vegas, the young lady, right? Okay, what's the action on the Cowboys? Okay, but anyway, what's your question?
Why is it that historically the Cowboys have been the team that everybody loves to hate?
Because we are the team that used to always win. You know, you could always put your money on them Cowboys, man. And then we were. This just goes with Coach Landry. This ain't so much us when I played. They were so good, and off the field, on the field, just great. And so, you know, baby, like, they think they so good. They think they so good coach and da-da this and da-da that and da, you know. So they learn to hate. But it's okay. It's okay. We got 8 wins, got 5 or 6 games left. You let us win 2 more games, bruh. You turn on that radio, and that's all you're going to hear about.
Yeah, that's right.
So now, where you go to school at?
Redwood. It's Redwood Middle School.
Well, so middle school is what, 7th, 8th, 9th?
6th, 7th, 8th.
Okay, and you were what, 8th grader?
Yeah, 8th.
What position you do? Quarterback, basketball, guard? What you do?
Quarterback.
So are you smart? Can you read 2 deep coverage?
Yeah, I can read 2 deep coverage.
What is 2 deep coverage?
I don't know.
Okay. Whoa, 2 deep coverage. That's when you got 2 safeties back deep. Yeah, and you got the 2.
Yeah, I knew that. 2 safeties.
Okay, and then, tell me where everybody else lined up. Okay, you got 2 corners outside, and he knew that. Okay, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah, all right, man. He's the tall drink of water. I wish him the best of luck. I really do. Come on up here, Clark Kent. Superman in the making right here. How you doing, sir?
My initials are CK as well, so.
Okay. Where you from, CK?
I'm from Saskatoon, Canada.
Saskatoon, Canada. Okay. All right. I think I saw that when I went to Walt Disney World. I went in one of the reality things, and it was, we was laying on these rails, and we was watching the movie, and I think we went across Saskatoon. Anyway, what's your real name?
It's Chad.
It's Chad. Okay, CK. I don't know how we got Chad, but what's your question?
Well, last name is Kazakowski, so CK.
So you worse than where you live at?
What's that, sorry?
Don't worry about it. You know, it's kind of missing a Canadian here. What's your question?
I was just wondering who you think is the biggest priority to re-sign in the off season because we have quite a few free agents.
Dez Bryant. Dez, they gotta try to reach an agreement with Dez, because I thought the most important person was Tyron Smith, and they took care of him. So now it's Dez. You take care of Dez, and everybody else just fall right in line. But if you take care of everybody else, then you might not ever take care of Dez.
How about between Ronald Leary and Doug Free?
Ronald Leary and Doug Free. Ronald Leary is younger, with more upside, but Doug Free is more stable and a veteran. So, I let him do a coin toss on that, but I prefer having an inside guy. I like the inside so the quarterback can step up. You know what I'm saying? And it's easier to turn to a tackle than to turn to a guard.
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good answer because it seems like Tony Romo seems to have more trouble when the blitz comes up the middle than when they come from around the side. Then he can use his spin moves. So.
Okay, bro, you've been watching the game. CK from
Saskatoon, Canada.
Yeah, from Saskatoon, Canada. All right, brother. Yeah, that's a good one now, man. Yeah, man. How you doing, man? I ain't trying to. I don't read palms or nothing, man. But you either a businessman or you a coach. Which one is it?
Both.
See, you can tell he walked up here with some authority. You know what I'm saying? Like he already know everything. You know. So what's your name, sir?
Rick McDonald from.
And he lost him with the last name. How can you take somebody serious named after a kid's restaurant, McDonald's? No, I'm just joking. Y'all didn't get that joke, did you? All right, okay. I know Miss New Orleans got it. Your question, sir?
You've been around a lot of coaches, and what do you think of Jason Garrett? We love the demeanor of the team right now, but is it really as good as it looks, from afar?
I'm going to tell you something. Jason Garrett is genuine. He's been with some of the best coaches, in Nick Saban, been around Parcells, Jimmy Johnson, the coach that they finna release up there with the Giants, and I hate to even say that. This guy knew what he wanted to be a long time ago. His dad was a great scout in this NFL league. His whole family has been connected. So he knows how to coach. He knows how to motivate players. And Jerry, and more so Steven, is really listening to him. And they got him a personnel guy that's really trying to see what he sees. So let's just give it time. Just when we think we got the coach of the future, we just don't know. But one thing about it, when I talk to Jason, he already know, hey, man, our offense is moving, barring injury. Right now, we still a player or two away, and maybe they on this team, maybe they not, of having a nice defense. So he keeps it real. A lot of what y'all see is a generic guy talking about process, talking about taking one day at a time, but he does say these same things to his players. And he may not say it as nice as what he's saying it to the media and to the fans, but he pushes them.
That's what we think too. We love him. The other thing is DeMarco Murray. What's the chances of us really re-signing DeMarco?
I really couldn't tell you because the market for running backs are not that great. And with the rumors swirling that Peterson may be out there free, so Cowboys may try to use him as a little bit of bargaining tool. It's just hard for me to say because that market for good running backs, even a great running back, is just not, that $5, $6, $7 million a year thing. It's 4, 5, 5.5. You know what I'm saying? So I hope we can re-sign him.
Me too.
All right, so you take it easy now, Mr. McDonald, Coach McDonald. E-I-E-I-O. How you doing, sir? How you doing? All right. Have a seat there, sir. Oh, y'all are doing a great job as fans. Y'all are asking great questions. I wish all of y'all would come up and ask a question, and be a part of this show. I mean, it's a great thing. Like I say, let me see it. www.com, Cowboy Sports Tours, all that's back here. Y'all make sure y'all look at this thing because I ain't no real broadcaster or announcer. It's 1-888-935-4155. Wow, you looking at it, ain't you, little honey girl? What's your name?
Aslan.
Who?
Aslan.
Okay, and where you from?
Miami, Oklahoma.
You from Oklahoma?
Yes.
Oh, that's sweet. Hey, what's your question?
I want to be a Cowboys cheerleader.
You want to be a Cowboys cheerleader? Oh, that's sweet. Just make sure you don't eat too much, okay? You gotta eat a little bit. Don't eat a lot of sweets. And you think you cannot eat a lot of sweets?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you may not make it, young lady. You gotta not eat a lot of sweets. You gotta just not eat a lot, okay? Can you do that?
Yes.
All righty. Yeah. Okay. Your name, sir?
Pleasure. My name's Rick.
And you're from Oklahoma, so.
Not originally, but I live there now, yeah.
Wow. Not originally. So you don't like Oklahoma?
My wife's here.
So what's your question, sir?
I'm normally a very defensive-oriented person. I got to coach for the London Monarchs for a couple of years on defense. And I've noticed as we've played, especially this year, from a defensive perspective, we kind of are not capitalizing on the underneath portion of our offense. I think Cole Beasley is a beast. And I don't see us capitalizing on him as much, especially when Tony's getting the heavy blitzes. He's got his spin move, which I think Philly's got a surprise for him this week on that. But I'm concerned that our underneath game, we talked about Jason, he's going to get his catches. But Beasley, I'm not sure why we're not capitalizing on this kid.
You know what? They started last week. And what I think Jason is doing, and with the Washington game, we should have really been all over our underneath game, getting that ball out of hand. But I think by that fourth hit, Tony was through. But I think they know that Philly got some exotic blitzes, and they're going to come with some speed and some zest. So I think you'll see more of Cole Beasley. I think you'll see more of Terrence Williams breaking things off and slants. And, because that's what you got to do, Coach. That's what you got to do, bro. And so I think they wait till people force them to do something. They go with it until it's forced. And I think every now and then you have to interject a Dunbar, a Cole Beasley underneath, and make their linebackers pay attention to that.
Exactly. Yeah, we got to keep them honest. They're coming tomorrow, there's no doubt. So I appreciate it very much.
All right, you have a great day, sir. Nice meeting you, ma'am. Y'all be good now. No, ma'am, I'm sorry, but I don't do autographs. I'm sorry. Miss Ronnie ain't got enough money for that, baby. How you doing, ma'am?
Good.
Your name is?
Marila.
Yeah. Where you from, ma'am?
Bolivar, Missouri.
Where?
Bolivar, Missouri.
Okay, Bolivar, Missouri. Where is that close to?
Springfield.
Okay, all right. I got you. I've been up by Springfield. Your question, ma'am?
Because of Romo's past injuries and current injuries, where do you see him helping with the Cowboys, or where do you see how his future will help the Cowboys team? Or
What I see Tony Romo is like everybody else is. He'll hit away. He's a big shot away from not completing the game, but you can't play like that. You just can't play. I mean, I think the backup kid can be all right, but we don't have the time to develop him. So Tony Romo has to play. So he's one shot away. Who knows when that shot comes? This year, 2 years from now, he can be getting ready to lay in the bed. And his kid come run up and jump up in his lap and knock him down, and all of a sudden we hear no more Tony Romo. But that's just the beast that we got to lay with right now.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Miss Missouri. All right. Yes, ma'am. Well, I can't say Bolivar and Springfield and all that right there, So I call her Miss Missouri. How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
All right, well, you're looking pretty sharp there, man. You're Casanova in your house, ain't you?
No.
Oh, wow. It's messed up. Your name, sir?
John Dixon.
John Dixon, great name. Your question?
Well, first of all, I'm from Connecticut.
Oh, I wasn't going to ask him where he's from because I can see it on the edge of his lips. He wanted to tell us he was from Connecticut. What's so special about Connecticut besides y'all?
Well, when I left here today, it was snowing, so that was pretty special. It's the first snowstorm. First snowstorm.
Wow, man, that's what you got to look forward to, is snow. Well, we don't have that in Texas, and we sure enough happen.
Glad to be here.
All right. Your question is, Mr. Connecticut?
I have two questions for you.
Wow, at least you better than CJ. CJ had one question turned into two.
I was waiting to come up and start talking. So, my question is, you're talking about offense and defense, but nobody's brought up the special teams, and that's my big concern going into tomorrow.
You know, when I was telling people earlier, man, they the only team that has scored in every way possible. They scored with their coverage teams. They kick off return, punt return. They've scored in everywhere imaginable. We have to tomorrow contain. We don't have to do nothing spectacular. But we don't need the 25-yard run or the touchdown. We don't need to be hit with inside the 10 when we get the ball. So they put a lot of emphasis. You can tell by their special teams. And this is going to be a game where the Cowboys really not only going to have to compete, but they're going to have to see where they're at to contend for this division. You know, so if things go south tomorrow, you don't want to look at them and say, wow, the Eagles punished them. You want to say, hey, okay, we improved this, we improved that. We can get them up there in Philly. So it's going to be a great game tomorrow.
My second question is, I flew down today with a big St. Louis Ram fan, and his question to me was, how did Dallas come back from 21-0 to beat them?
That's easy, man. You don't have a quarterback. They don't have a quarterback, and plus they're missing Chris Long. Chris Long is their spiritual leader. He out for the year. So, you know, when you miss your spiritual leader, man, and you don't have a starting quarterback, you know, even though Bradford haven't played a whole lot in his often-injured career, you know, they had a chance to be something special. They got a nice little running back, some decent wide receivers, but when you don't have that consistency at quarterback, and then you miss your heartthrob on defense and Chris Long, they got a good coach. I think they got a more than adequate coach.
Real good coach. Real good coach.
All right, Mr. Dixon, Mr. Connecticut, and asked me where I was from. Boy, I tell you. I guess he's going to send his son up here. At least he got on a UConn shirt.
That's the best thing about Connecticut, UConn basketball.
Okay, your name?
Justin Dixon.
Justin Dixon. See, the brother's going to name their son directly after them. You folks, I ain't going to say white folk, but I said anyway. Y'all going to name, y'all going to have the same initials but different name. Yeah. Is that all right to say white folks on TV? Oh, yeah, I'm going to say it now. So you say the best thing in Connecticut is what?
UConn basketball.
The women are men?
Both.
Oh, y'all think y'all going to be good this year, men?
Not as good as last year.
Okay, all right. Your question is?
My question is, we've drafted offensive linemen the past 2 years, and it worked out really well. What do you think the priority should be this year in the draft?
Without a doubt, defense. Whether it's an outside rush linebacker, whether it's a defensive lineman, whether it's a linebacker, we need a corner. So whatever the best player on the board, the first 4 picks should be, the 3 of them should be defense.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because, you know, and we add them with the veterans we got, man, and keep this rotation going, I think we can do okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, all right, Justin. Wow. Justin, you get a little thicker than your dad, man. Yeah, but that's still your dad. All right? His name John Dixon. That's why he didn't name you after him. All right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little awkward, man. I do things a little different. You know, I clown about everything. That's why I have to check myself sometimes. Because when I was in the locker room for the Dallas Cowboys, when I played, Chris, don't come back up here. We clowned all the time. We had a lot of fun. We did things. You know, it's just that's who I was. And you know, and see, it's unfortunate that race do become an issue. Whether you're heavy set, whether you gay, this, that. And so I don't live by those rules. I think people are who they are and what they do. You know, especially if they can keep it a secret. Now, when you tell everybody, some things come with that. I ain't going to tell you what I am. No, I'm a Sagittarius. That's what Yeah, look at that. Chris, come on the last time, man. God, leave, boy, I tell you. Boy, you can't hold a good Chris down, can you?
I was gonna leave you alone, but then you said you clown. So I gotta ask, how did you feel when the Marching 100 turned to Phil into Kermit the Frog?
The Kermit the Frog, when did that happen?
You missed that?
Yeah, I missed that, man. I ain't been to a FAMU game because I've been working with these Cowboy for the last 15 years.
You messing up. We went to Orlando. We turned that stage out.
Okay, all right, y'all turned it out, but y'all still lost the game. Oh yeah, I do keep up with that. It's called ESPN.
That happened.
So you quit turning it out with the band and turn it out with the football field, all right?
We trying to get on both stages. We trying to get on both stages.
All right, thank you, Chris. Man, give him up for some of the frog. Well, your daddy, well, I tell you what, man. Hey, I got a scholarship. I can't say mine with the FAMU, but yeah, y'all come on up. But like Mr. Dixon said, special teams is gonna be so key. Last week, Josh Huff went 107 yards on the opening kickoff. The Titans didn't have a chance after that. When he just took off running like that, it just set the tone. We cannot let them have that tone-setting play early in the game. And normally, we 26 and 16 in Thanksgiving games. And the reason we are that because that team has to travel. We're at home. We sleeping in our beds. They gotta get up that Tuesday morning. But going into Wednesday morning, they gotta get on the plane. They gotta get up out of their beds. They gotta be packed. They gotta get on the road. They gotta jam themselves into a hotel. You know, and it's 2 days after they've played. You know, your body just start feeling good on Wednesday. It start bouncing back on Wednesday. You know, and you start feeling okay on Thursday. By Friday, you know, you're starting to get some pep in your step. Saturday, you just lay back and relaxing. But all that has been rushed and speeded up. And what the Cowboys, let me tell you what you have to do since I've played in several of these games. What you have to do is, you don't have a chance to put in a whole game plan. You have comparable plays that went with the team you played last week. You know, so you'll see a lot of the plays repeated against the Giants. You know, with a few wrinkles put in for the Eagles and what they do, because they love to blitz you. They love to like to run a lot of different schemes defensively. So we got to keep it simple. And I think a lot of times we're going to spread them out. The best thing you can do for a team that's that talented on defense with a lot of blitz, you spread them out and you're trying to figure out where that blitz coming from. And that's where our wide receivers this week, along with the offense line, have to work overtime and knowing who to block and when to get into your route. You know, when to get into your hot route. So, you know, I'm talking to the two coaches that came up. Y'all are so correct. We got to take advantage of the underneath stuff, and we got to take advantage of how our defense and stuff play. So, I mean, do I have it? Come on up, man. I got a smart man coming up. Come on up. I see him with his red shirt on. I mean, he wasn't smart to wear red, but, you know, it's okay. All right. So who bought that shirt? That's your kid's shirt?
Yeah, well, we can't get into that.
Okay, all right. It's a little tight, but you know, it ain't the biggest in the world. Your name, sir?
Anthony Bates.
Mr. Bates. Any kin to Bill?
What's that?
Bill Bates.
No, I wish I was.
Okay, Bates Motel?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. You crazy, huh? All right. Where you from?
Connecticut.
Wow. So I asked him where he was from. Where my man at? This must be your partner, huh? Is this your Rams fan? Yeah, come and be a man and ask your own question. Yeah.
Well, the question I do have for you is that, do you think the Cowboys might have made a mistake in not drafting Manziel with Romo's back problem?
You want to ask that question again? Wow. You know what? And brother, I'm going to be honest with you. This is what I think of Johnny Manziel, and I'm being honest with you. They cheated this kid out of the Heisman Trophy his second year. They just gave it to Jameis Winston. Okay, I understand he is more pro-ready, went to a national championship But I asked everybody as the year was going on, Johnny Senior, well, that year he came out because he didn't get to be a senior. I asked everybody. I said, tell me, when Florida State was playing and Johnny Manziel was playing, who did you watch? And over 80% of the people told me Johnny Manziel. When Johnny Manziel was on and Florida State was on, who did you watch?
Johnny Manziel.
Brother, this kid, it was one of the coldest quarterback players I ever seen. I mean, the things he did against great Bama teams, great SEC teams, the things he did in the Big 12. This dude was awesome. As a pro, he'd been lucky if he'd have got drafted in the 5th round by me.
I agree with that, only because also I think he's got a lot of baggage.
I don't care about the baggage. I really don't. I don't care about the baggage. He ain't beating up nobody. He ain't hurting nobody. You know, he being a kid. I ain't got a problem with that, except he's going to try to be the face of somebody's franchise, and that's where the problem comes. So I think with all young players, especially quarterbacks, and this is what's happened to RG3, instead of the owner, GM, and coach bringing these kids in saying, this is who you are. You're the face of our franchise. You don't get to act like an idiot. You in here at 7 in the morning, and we'll let you leave when we decide that you've had enough for the day. Kids don't get that today.
Dedication?
No, it's we feed them. We feed them through social media. We make them think, you know, they don't have to make up their bed. They don't have to attend classes. They don't have to do nothing that normal people in society have to do. So now when they get into pros and think that that's how it go, it just don't. Johnny Manziel is one of the greatest college players I ever seen.
I agree with that. Can you give me a Rams quarterback?
Rams, they got a quarterback. He just can't stay healthy.
That's very true.
All right. Thank you, man. Yo, get Sam back. I thank y'all very much for coming, and make sure, I know y'all probably spent all your money either on drinking or buying stuff, so we appreciate y'all for making this possible. Remember now, this Cowboys Fan Connection, www.cowboysportstours.com. That's 1-888-935-4155. Make sure you go out there, and how do we get on there, Tony? How do they get on there? Where they can see themselves? Hit fan, what we hit, Miss Ronnie, to make sure that they can get on the archives. Just go on the website and you can see the people that came up and gave us questions, asked us questions. You'll be on there. Your questions will be on there, and you'll be on there with the cheering and stuff. So we appreciate y'all for making this radio show a success.
Welcome to the Rollin' with the Boys Radio Roadshow, hosted by 3-time Super Bowl champ Nate Newton.